Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. This is episode 55 of the Interplanetary Voyage of Exploration. And today we are finally approaching Duna. It was a long wait. I know that you had a couple of transfers in the meantime, but we are almost there. We are coming in towards Duna, and we have whole flotilla of ships to basically arrive. Hopefully aerobrake for most of them, and to actually basically get into the Duna's orbit. Now I'm just trying to see if I should aerobrake or I should use my just regular thrusters to stop in the orbit around Duna. So I'm thinking that I will be going for aerobrake actually. First ship to arrive to Duna, as you can see it in the background, is our exploration ship, and Exploration 2, which is the ComSat one. So, which only makes sense because we will do the aerobrake, and then so that at a later stage we can actually deploy our satellite network in the orbit of Duna, which should enable us to actually send more probes and do much easier exploration missions on both like Duna and Ike. So apparently coming in on Duna I do have also an Ike encounter, so I'm not exactly sure how it will play out, but I'm willing to find out. So let us see. We are sending 2 exploration ships, and back then when we launched, if you remember, it's hard to remember, I've sent a metric crap ton of exploration ships, but these 2 are both communication satellites. Back then I didn't develop yet the science ones. So, coming into the orbit or sphere of influence of Ike. Hi Ike. We will come to you later. Right now my interest lies with Duna. Okay, perfect. Now we should tweak our approach, and I'm using the KSP Aerobrake calculator, which told me that I should aim for periapsis of, I think it said around 12-ish. 12,900. So I'm actually putting a little bit higher periapsis of 13,044, so we'll see how that holds up. Just appreciating the beautiful Duna. Duna is actually one of my favorite planets because it looks just beautiful. It reminds of Mars. Obviously it's modeled after Mars, but then again, yeah, I don't know, it's just something about this planet. I do like others in the KSP system, but Duna has a really special place for me. I think ever since I started playing with the KSP, the Duna was the first interplanetary mission that I ever conducted, and the first non-Kerbin system body that I landed on. So yes, okay, and now you will see me a lot fiddling with various communitrons because we have to remember that we will be aerobraking around Duna. Also, an important thing to remember is that during the aerobrake the solar panels can rip off and that antennas can rip off. But if we close all of our antennas at the same time, we will lose a connection and therefore possibility to steer this ship. So this is where actually the redundancy of having multiple antennas comes into play. So my plan is actually to close all solar panels and all communication dishes but one, and then as we come closer and set the time delay to some to way after our periapsis, and then after we actually arrive at and pass the periapsis, so let's say maybe 20 minutes later, because if you notice our periapsis is in 5 minutes, so I'm putting a time delay of 20 minutes, and then now saying to all of these communication dishes and solar panels, requesting them to extend. So they will extend in some 20 minutes, which should hopefully be after we perform successful aerobrake, and then we will hopefully be re-establishing the connection back to the KSC. So our periapsis is 11,795. It's a little bit lower than I would like it to be, because it says 12,900, but I'm kind of hoping we're going pretty fast. I'm kind of hoping that it will all go well. So closed now the final communication dish and final solar panel, so we have no connection and we cannot steer the ship. So now we are in the Kraken's hands, so to say. And we have been captured in the orbit around Duna. Oh crap. And we have been captured by the Duna, so we will actually be doing the landing. I believe they call this type of landing lithobraking, as you will be able to see in a moment. So fitting end of this exploration ship's mission. Catastrophic failure. The next ship to be aerobraking and hopefully not lithobraking is the Duna lander, Jeb's ship. So let's hope it fares better than the exploration ship did. Well, you know, I know I'd have posted quick save for the exploration ship, but then again, the consequence was not because of the Kraken, but it was my own fault because I decided to aerobrake with too low of periapsis. So it was my own fault and I have to take the fall for it. What can you do? So our first exploration ship didn't end up so gloriously. It seems that maybe the Black Cat has boarded on this Duna mission as well. I'm just kind of hoping that the next mission goes, or the next aerobrakes goes smoother. So okay, and we will be aerobraking soon. And I'm thinking I'm on the wrong side of Duna, so I actually will need to... Oh, and we have lots of sweet science. By the way, yes, because we have a crewed mission, so we can perform lots and lots of sweet science, and I'm sending all of the science that it doesn't incur a loss when executing. So, orbital telescope... RPWS, solar particle, keep, send, and then we have materials, study, and EVA report. So EVA report, yes, and materials study. Let's just review if we have some more data to send. This is nothing. Keep, send. And it will help us a great deal in terms of our science, because the transmitted data will be available to us at Kerbin pretty much immediately as it is being received. So we will hopefully be able to advance our program a little bit further. Let us just retract everything. So we are in the Eve's sphere of influence, and now I've noticed that I'm coming on the wrong side, so I want to be fixing my aerobrake periapsis, and this time I'm thinking I will probably aim for, let's say, 116 probably. And I'm perfectly aware that it will probably be on the conservative side, so I'll need to maybe burn in addition to aerobrake, but I'm happy with it. I don't want to be landing Jeb just yet. So, yeah. And we have another material study above Midlands, I guess. Gravity scan. Thank you. I'm keeping material study because I want to save it for, I think, Duna surface, but then again I'm not entirely sure if I'll keep it, but we'll see. Okay, coming up on maneuver node, and let us do the burn. Nice shot. Hopefully this time it will be better. By the way, I have named this episode Making a Mark on Duna to honor the first exploration ship that entered and that left its mark on Duna, literally. So yeah, a little bit different mark than I originally expected. So I'm also putting a quick save. Like I said, this quick save is for Kraken purposes only. So if we fail at aerobraking, I'll still take the loss. It will be a hard loss because it's Jeb we're talking, but still. And coming up on Duna. Fortunately enough, this ship we can steer while we're in atmosphere because it's piloted. So removing our maneuver node, and I want to just make sure that I close off the solar panels and close off the communication array. Closing that one, and we will also be performing some science as we close in on the... And yes, our periapsis is 15,000, so that should be plenty. Aligning to get a nice view of our aerobrake. And coming closer to the atmosphere, and we have lots of science. So crew report, gravity scan, EVA report, let's get that one first. And just clicking the experiments as fast as I can, because our periapsis will be in 2 minutes, and now it's time to withdraw all of these experiments back. So it's a little bit of game of race against time. Yes, yes, toggle, close, please. And close the solar panels and close these guys, come on. I don't want to be performing aerobraking, and we are entering the atmosphere shortly. 44, 43, and we are entering the atmosphere now. So let's see how did our aerobrake go this time. I have enabled the servo controls just in case we need to perform an emergency landing, and screenshot. Wow, Duna is really beautiful from this angle. And whoa, easy boy, easy. Our lander is playing a game of Buckaroo, obviously, because I think it's aerodynamically stable in the other direction. But then again, okay, doesn't matter. Our aerobrake looks pretty solid. And yes, we have been captured, which means now we have another set of experiments to perform. Yes. And we are now low above Duna, so I want to make sure that I do as many as I can. I don't think I will be doing the EVA report just yet while we are in Duna's atmosphere. That sounds a little bit risky for my taste. So yes. Okay, and we have gotten a very nice apoapsis of 600 kilometers, which is just perfect. Well, congratulations, Jeb. You fared much better than the other guys. So now let's just do the EVA report. We're high enough, shouldn't be much drag, hopefully. I'm waiting until I get out of the atmosphere, perhaps. Atmosphere analysis. Gravity, orbital telescope. Keep. As you can see, once again I'm playing whack-a-mole with my with my Jesus, science alert. Sorry. Okay, and at the apoapsis we want to make sure that we want to raise our periapsis because we no longer want to aerobrake again with the Duna lander. So this was a successful aerobrake, and I think we will park it in the orbit temporarily, which we will achieve once we burn at apoapsis, because we have other ships to focus on, so it was just important that Jeb gets captured in a correct way. Cool. Okay, and we have once again back the control. Perfect. So let us go to the apoapsis and just perform our burn. You have to remember that even once we actually do all our measurements and operations around Duna, we will still have to wait for quite a long time with Jeb until we get a transfer window back. So yes, this is the reason why I also sent the exploration core ships, because they have an ample amount of life support on them. So yes, checking, and some of the experiments which I can send, I will be sending. No need in keeping them here. It's better that I send them off, because I actually don't lose anything by sending them. So the ones that I'm risking losing, those I'm not sending. So lots and lots of science. Cool. That should certainly give us a healthy boost to our research. Okay, let's deactivate our Communitron, and right now I'm pretty happy where I'm at, so I'm actually thinking that I don't know, let's see, should I actually decrease our periapsis? No, let's keep it at that. So the next thing to happen is we have a mini Eve probe, the one that's broken. We need a small correction, or small, by small I mean 468 meters per second. I don't know what I was thinking, but still. We have a flight computer, and let's just say point maneuver prograde and execute. So let's just see how much our burn would take. I just want to experiment and see how long the burn will take. I think we can burn at full thrust because we have more than enough solar power, but then again, it doesn't hurt to see. 76 drain, and yeah, generation is actually not stellar any longer because we are burning normally. So yes, that kind of, I didn't see that one coming, but let's see how much we will need. Okay, 40, so we might be able to burn and just execute the burn. Yeah. So let us time accelerate until we get to our planned maneuver, and let's kick it. We are executing the burn, and our electric charge won't be dropping because our drain is much lower than our generation, which is great, and the duration will be another 7 minutes of burn, so it is substantial burn actually. Fortunately, this probe has way huge amount of delta V, which 3.7 thousand. We should have more than enough to actually go around a couple of planets, but its electric charge isn't really stellar, so I really want to get that one home and in the hands of the scientists. So, burning. And let's see when we get the encounter. Okay. Closing in on Kerbin, and I just want to make sure to burn to get as good periapsis as I humanly can. So let's see, or Kerbally can. So yes, and whoopa. Ooh. Okay, well, that's good enough. And I think, guys, I'm gonna call it an episode. We have at least reached Duna, and it seems that our probe will be returning home. So yes, more Duna operations to come in the next episode. Like if you like the episode, and for future updates, hit that subscribe button.